Hello everybody, Vilisink back again with the Raid Shadow Legends, and in this video guys I wanted to talk about maybe 6 or 7 of my favourite builds on certain champions, and I'll tell you why they're cool, why I like them and whatnot. Hopefully this could potentially inspire you to do a build similar, or maybe inspire you just in general. So this is a few of my favourite builds. How's everybody also doing for clan versus clan? Along with the fusion, we have been hit with a surprise, a guaranteed summoning event for Wither 15 Sacreds, which is absolutely beautiful timing from Plarium, because Plarium give a fuck about everybody. So after you've went all in for Rotos and Shafi and Cardiel and Phoenix, Xavier, Bellinor, blah blah blah. Hey, do you want Wither for 15 Sacreds? Yeah, awesome. So clan versus clan has begun, and we'll deal with that kind of later on. I'm just gonna do some gear, work on a few champions. If you've seen this shard pools I got, they were pretty awesome. That might take up most of my time. Uh, so we're going to talk about some builds I think are really cool on my account. So first build is Ninja, level 60, and he is not built the same way as a lot of other people would build him. They're going to put him in crit damage, give crit cap him with crit rate. They're going to give him attack. I did the same thing. I have videos of Ninja at over a 5k attack. A crap load of crit damage. He was crit capped, and he had enough accuracy for mostly what he was doing, but this build here allows him to heal every single turn, meaning that he's very hard to kill. He has sustainability, he has HP. Now, what makes this build good is you don't necessarily, you can get damage, you can put attack on him, and that's fine, and that's like, yeah, whatever. But he has debuffs that are really good. So decreased defense on the A1 big version, HP burn that automatically detonates against bosses, and does damage against waves. He perfect veil will go on himself. He's got a freeze. When targeting a boss, will only target the boss, not the minions. And decrease the cooldown of hail burn, which is the HP burn. Now this is where he does all of his damage. If you take him into Ice Golem, if you take him into Dragon, you take him into Clan Boss. And also, while we're at his passive, increases by 10% up to 100 in crit damage and so forth. So keeping him alive to make sure that the escalation passive gets time to kind of build up. Giving him accuracy to land these debuffs and whatnot are really where a lot of his damage is. And as much as I like giving him a lot of damage, attack and crit, this build for me is, of my whole account, one of my favourites. I can make sure the waves die on a dungeon, and then Ninja can just solo Ice Golem, Ninja can solo the Dragon. I can take him to Doom Tower, which I've kind of not been doing too much. Take him to Clan Boss, and he's just going to do sick damage. Hydra as well. I could tweak it for a Hydra, but I'm pretty sure he would survive a hell of a lot longer, and that's the masteries. So I haven't changed the masteries. If I was to change them, well, to be fair, I don't think I would, because I like War Master, and I like also like his Laura Steel, Evil Eye. So that's one of my, well, that's the first of my favourite builds. A regen and immortal set Ninja. Secondary, we're going to talk about Ash is Girl, Scylla the Drakes, who is in a stun set, and I've had her in many gear sets. I had her in Lifesteal to begin with, 60,000 HP, 3k defense, over 300 accuracy. She did really well. She could take a smack. She was in Clan Boss, reviving and so forth. And then she got put into many other sets, but like speed sets and all this type of thing. But what I did was, I finally, after talking with certain people, put her into a stun set, and it's amazing. It's fantastic. It literally gave Scylla the Drakes a new lease of life. Take her anywhere now. Obviously, apart from Clan Boss, Hydra, you can't really stun them. But having her in a stun set, good amount of HP, respectively fast, only as fast as the stun set would allow me to go. Because I can attack somebody with a chance to stun, put on decreased speed, big version, and decreased turn meter of the enemy, which is quite nice. Big beat flurry. Tackle enemies twice, each hit has a chance to place a stun for one turn. If that fails, it's just a stun set, and it's an AoE 2 times. If the first hit doesn't get him, the second hit will. She also has a revive, 50% HP, ally protection. So realistically, I need to try to get her with more HP. And her passive is also amazing. Heals the allies with 10% of their max HP at the start of each turn. And places increased speed buff on a random ally for 2 turns. Now, parent stun set. I've took her into teams of 2 and 3, going through dungeons. I've done Doom Tower with Celebration stun set. It's absolutely one of the best builds on my account. It's so effective. She's got no masteries, and she probably is. Is she booked out? I'd be surprised. Is she fully booked out? Oh no way, she is. Cool. Fully booked out. Yeah, fantastic build. Can CC. She's got sustainability to stay alive. She's not, instead of just having a chance on 20%, literally every single turn there's a chance to stun. And having the double AoE is pretty amazing. And if you can stun somebody and put up decreased speed and decrease their turn meter, it'll be what more can you ask for? Maybe relentless, but stun set Sailor the Drakes, one of my favourite builds. I take her everywhere. Literally everywhere. If I'm thinking of a CC champion, if I'm looking for crowd control, it's Sailor the Drakes. She's got revive, she's got a passive, but most importantly, she's got the stun set to reinforce that ability to stun. I could go on forever. It's just amazing. It's friggin' sweet. So another champion I want to talk about is Warlord. Now, Warlord is in immunity and a speed set, and the reason I think this build is so cool is just because A, it's my first proper immunity build, and I think the immunity build itself for Warlord is just extremely strong and viable. It just guarantees if you go up against Hegemons, up against anybody that's quicker, you're not going to get locked, unless you go up against a faster Warlord. You're not going to get locked out. You're going to be able to come in. If it's a Hegi, you're going to be doing nothing to you. Block debuffs. No, sorry, immunity. Yep. So it's the same thing. You'll come in to put people's moves on cooldown. He is respectively fast at 245, 2800 defense, 45,000 HP. This is my, as I say, one of my very first, or my first main immunity build. I also have another champion in immunity, but this, if you look at the immunity gear for here quickly, it's got some of my best speed and accuracy stats for sure. All I need is a 6-star accuracy chest plate, and he gains 18 accuracy straight away. Absolutely 1,000,000%. I potentially get a nice perception set to go in there with some speed on it to heighten that up. But I'm also a big fan of it because you're just guaranteed straight away go into arena. It's a very viable build to make sure that he gets a turn and whatnot. And like I said, again, unless you go against a faster Warlord, you're doing nothing to him. He's still going to take a turn. He's still going to be the most annoying champion in the game because of this gear set. And any other gear set, I really just, I don't know, it has to be an immunity Warlord. It's just, I think the game's progressed to the point that if you have a Warlord, you need immunity. Even if you're going resistance, accuracy, it has to be immunity. So, I know a lot of people don't have Warlord, only some people do, but quick shout out. Also, a build I'm extremely proud of, and I'm constantly searching through my immunity, my speed gear, to see if I can better that build, because it's always fun to make something that's really, really cool a hell of a lot better. Up next is another champion, Sylar. Now, Sylar again is in a stun set. She was pulled later on that account, but her worth is more than I can physically put into words. If you check the channel, before Eurogrim got nerfed, Sylar, Eurogrim, Dragon 24, 25, easy. As Golem 24, 25, easy. Maybe 4 or 5 minutes, but nobody was taking a turn because Sylar was keeping people A, locked down because of their turn meter, B, stunned because of the stun set, but decreased accuracy, so if they got a turn they wouldn't land any debuffs. Sylar unmastered, booked though. She does have books. This helps the chances if we can tap Toxic Cloud to put up decreased accuracy, which is extremely strong if you're in a dungeon going to the boss. Lead and legs decreases speed and their turn meter. She gives you a speed aura. And you have an AoE. So multiple AoEs always scream stun set. If you can attack every single enemy at once, it's going to be a stun set. Now this stun set is slightly quicker than Scylla the Drake's, but she's got a slightly lower HP, and she's quicker again because the stun set allows me to build her this quick. I'm looking through random sets constantly to see if I can keep the accuracy, keep a little bit of resistance, the speed, the sustainability to keep her alive. Because I've got videos on Sylar, multiple videos on Sylar. I may even do another one. Sylar can lock anybody out. If her A2 or A1 goes off, pretty much everybody's stunned. It is truly amazing, unmastered, how much she actually can do. Compared to a champion like Sinesha, who I put in stun, who I was just disappointed with. Sylar is on a different level. Dungeon viable in every dungeon. Every single dungeon by far. I'd use her in Doom Tower. I have been lazy with Doom Tower, but I still take her in. I love messing around with Sylar. And I really need to get back into messing with her, but I need to focus, I believe, in Clan vs Clan on a few champions that I pulled. I'm thinking of doing some Minotaur, so Sylar fun videos may have to wait, but you make her quick. Take her to arena with a stun build. She decreases your turn meter, gives you decreased speed. Then when she comes back round, she stuns you. Game over. In dungeons it's a stun. Game over. Makes no difference. Game over. Sylar, stun set, quick, HP, accuracy. You need nothing more, nothing less. She's just that amazing. Who else did I have? I have this champion here, Gargorab, who recently, I believe I did a video, and then I did a second video updating everybody on his masteries. So if you want to see how Gargorab works, then watch the video, because it's bloody cool. He works way better, pardon me, than they thought he would. I mean, well, I thought he would work cool, but yeah, I mean, he excelled at what I thought he was going to do. So he's in Relentless. These two items here, the broken pieces, one has 23 speed, one has 17, so they're kind of hard to change. I can't, if I put on like a random speed set, I'm always short speed overall, even with a speed bonus, because it's effectively 40 speed. that he gains from that. But basically, he's just got the tanky build, HP, some defense, some speed, bit of resistance. Pretty much that's it. But mainly, his job is to go fast, is to take turn after turn after turn. So we can go from resurge to give people a turn meter boost, then increase attack on everybody, remove buffs on the A1, revive when he has to. When people receive critical hits, he'll get turn meter boosts. You got a chance to decrease his cooldowns, you got a chance to get an extra turn. It's top 2, top 3 best builds on my whole account. Just through playing him with Gorgorab. Again, I've had him in so many sets, like full resistance, full speed. Most sets in the game I've had him, like broken sets, just to get the stats, but Gorgorab Relentless set, I will show you the masteries if you're interested. If you want to see how he performs, please watch the video. But watch the video that says I added masteries, because then you're going to see a lot more procs, a lot more cooldowns, a lot more turns, and it paints a better picture by far. But Gorgorab is a crazy SOB. Absolutely amazing. Just a ridiculous dude, man. Honestly. So, is there anybody... Where is this other one? I could talk about a few champions. I really could, but we're going to try to keep it not in the vault. No, so Warlord. We've got Ninja. Yep, we got Seal. What other builds? I'm sure there was another champion. There was like 6 or 7. And I feel like, was it Rector? Like double speed build. I'm not sure if it was Rector, but looking at this build, let's discuss Rector. So, double speed set. I really would like to get a triple speed set of Rector. Her build predominantly makes her extremely fast. Good resistance. Wasn't one I was initially going to mention, but I seem to have forgotten about one of the champions. But I am proud of it. The fact that she went from my undead, my Knights Revenant faction war team at level 50, basically not doing much, basically in region I think. She went from that to being 260 speed, 56k HP, 336 resistance. Now Masters, I believe she's fully booked. So she's got a cool revive, cool veil, fantastic support champion, 3v3 dungeons, your normal arena team, and your defense. She can be a massive pain. So definitely recommend you go speed. For some reason I was thinking one of the champions was Aethkoth, because Aethkoth for me, he's rewriting the spider book. He doesn't have a lot of speed. He's just got some accuracy, got some HP, and that's it. And also, he's in a stun set. So the stun set comes because he has an AoE, just increasing the cooldowns of all allies with 2 skills. So okay, Pyroclasm first, because the A3 is very weird how it should be in the A2 position. Pyroclasm, AoE, chance of placing a HP burn debuff for 2 turns. The chance of placing the debuff increases by 20% for each alive enemy. So basically, if you go into Spider, the chance increases by 20% for each alive enemy. Like all the Spiderlings, predominantly there's going to be more than 5 alive, guaranteeing 100% chance to land. So therefore you're guaranteeing your HP burn. And because you have an AoE chance to increase the cooldowns of all skills by 2 turns on enemies under the HP burn, you have a chance to have the burn activated and them to be stunned at the same time because of the set. You also get a shield on all of your allies. equal to a portion of his HP. So AoE, HP burn. Chance to stun on the HP burn. Chance to stun when you increase their cooldowns, give you a shield. Attacks on enemy, decreases crit rate. Not why you use him. Use him for his HP burn. That's really why you use him. I gave him masteries, but pretty much went down to Eagle Eye. He has the support and the defense tree, but he pretty much he's rewriting the Spider book for me. Spider 20, Spider 24, Spider 25. They evolve Akoth. I'm so happy I fused this champion. Put him into a stun set. Took me a while to mess around with the speeds, but I was able to, I believe, get to 1 minute 40, I think, on stage 25 Spider. The double cold heart. And God, I think it's Syl and Monster. It's in that team. And they're down to, I believe 1 minute 30 something now. So going from not even doing late stages of Spider to having this champion. Initially with Syl the Drakes, Mistgated Monster and Akoth in a stun set, so essentially 3 stun champions. Like 4 minute runs, add 2 cold hearts. They're able to get down to 1 minute plus. Fantastic. So the fact that he applies HP burn to all enemies and you can stun them at the same time. They lose their turn, they're going to burn, you're going to kill the spider quicker. Your team will receive less damage. Increasing their cooldowns and so forth. So a fantastic build, so another build I'm proud of. And I think we'll leave it there because I could talk about more champions, and I feel there's one more, but for the life of me, I cannot remember who that champion is. There's nothing quite like forgetting one champion while you're recording, but nonetheless, some of my best builds on my account are some of the builds that I'm most proud of, that they just make the most sense. I use them because they're versatile builds that allow me to take that champion into multiple places. So please tell me what you think of these builds, what you think of Gorgrab, Sylar, Syl, Ninja, and also tell me some of your builds in your account that are maybe not what other people would build a champion as, or just something that you're extremely proud of. I am Vilisink, guys. Stay safe, keep on reading, see you in the next one.